Hey rockers, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, man. Yeah, I got to get back on the ball and get some videos rolling out, man, for you addicts. I know how it is when you're waiting for your favorite YouTuber or one of them to come on with videos and you're like, where are you, man? Anyway, hope you guys are doing good. I'm doing my best. I'm going to go back in time, and I'm not talking about punk or metal tonight. I'm going to talk about blues rock, and I'm talking about blues rock legend Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Yeah, man, this guy's got his own distinct sound vocally and on the guitar. He's very influential in bringing the blues scene back. He kind of revived it in a time when blues wasn't so popular. I mean, it's always been popular, but he brought it to the radio, kind of like Stevie Ray Vaughan had done, but in his own way. The guy started playing at 7 years old after he had met Stevie Ray Vaughan, coincidentally. So back in the day, he met Stevie Ray. About 6 months later, 7 years old, he starts playing guitar. By 16, he's signed to a record label. That's pretty freaking cool, man. I got to meet Kenny Wayne, and I was working at a radio station in Peoria, Illinois, WWCT Rock 106 Radio. However, this is the year 2005. We're going back to April the 18th, 2005. I'm not sure what the radio station was called. I believe it was like 99 something at that point. I just can't remember for the life of me. I've been on 8 radio stations, and yeah, the old memory's foggy. And WWCT went through a lot of changes in Peoria, Illinois, too, man. They went through a lot of changes. They got bought and sold, and I was working for the station. But we had been playing Kenny Wayne Shepherd a lot, and I was kind of forced to hear him. When I started out in radio in 1999, he was constantly on the radio. He had an album, basically, that still holds the record for the longest running album on the Billboard Blues charts. The album released in 1996 is called Trouble Is. And if you're a fan of Kenny Wayne Shepherd, you know this is a killer, monumental album. It's really good, and that's why it's still holding the record, man. Basically, Kenny Wayne Shepherd nominated for 5 Grammy Awards. He's received 2 Billboard Music Awards. The guy's got his own signature Stratocaster guitar. In 2013, if you didn't know, Kenny Wayne Shepherd formed a band called The Rides with Stephen Stills from Crosby, Stills and Nash, and with Barry Goldberg from the Electric Flag. Kind of a super group, and Stephen Stills said it was the most blues band he'd ever been in, his dream blues band or something like that. Those guys did a couple of records. Basically, when I was getting into Kenny Wayne on the radio and listening to a lot of his stuff, I noticed he did the lead vocals and lead guitar. Well, that was on the first album. What I didn't know was on the second album, Kenny Wayne had already met and formed a lifelong partnership with a guy named Noah Hunt. Now, Noah Hunt, it's his voice that you hear when you hear all those hit songs from the album Trouble Is. I'm talking like the big song, Blue on Black. Now, if you've heard the radio, you've heard Blue on Black. It's got that signature Kenny Wayne sound, but those vocals, smooth as silk, and the guy is definitely underrated. And if he's watching this video, hey, Noah Hunt, man, I meant no offense to what's coming and what I'm going to tell in the story. I did not know that Kenny had a lead vocalist outside of himself. So I'm playing his music on the radio from 99 to 2005, right? Listening to hit after hit, and didn't know it wasn't Kenny doing all those lead vocals, right? So the radio station hooks me up with tickets and the opportunity to go see Kenny Wayne Shepherd at the Exposition Gardens in Peoria, Illinois, where he was performing. And they said, hey, man, Reverend, we're going to hook you up, man, because they know me as Reverend Derek Moody. I host the Church of Rock radio show, still do, every Sunday night on KSKQ Radio out of Southern Oregon. This time, though, they said, go get some station IDs for your show, which means you get the artist to say, hey, this is Kenny Wayne Shepherd, and you're listening to the Church of Rock on Rock 106 or whatever. So I get back there. I get to Exposition Gardens. Everyone's excited to meet the band. Everyone's excited for the show. I'm really excited. I'm pumped up, man. I've got my trusty camera ready. I'm like, yeah, I get to meet Kenny Wayne Shepherd. And I do. You know, I go up to Kenny Wayne when we get to the VIP area where all the DJs and local rock radio personnel are hanging out. And there's Kenny and the guys, and they're getting ready. You could tell that Kenny Wayne was a kind of an introverted guy. He was quiet, kind of trying to keep to himself, and I respect that when I meet a musician. And if that's the kind of vibe they put out, I kind of stay away and give them their space, man, you know? Not everyone's outgoing like me and like Chatterbox. Well, Kenny Wayne was keeping to himself. He was a chill guy, very friendly, however. I walked over to him and let him know who I was, introduced myself, told him we'd been spinning his latest records, and he was very grateful. And then there was a very embarrassing moment. And you know, guys, I've got this series of people that I've pissed off. James Williamson from the Stooges, Lips from Anvil, who else? Gosh, Marky Ramone from the Ramones. You can find those videos on this channel. It's like a series I do of I pissed off, and it's a certain artist, and it's never on purpose. It's always embarrassing, but you can find those videos under the video section on this channel. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and comment if you would. So I get to Expo. I'm getting ready to go talk to some of the other guys in the band, and I walk up to a guy that looks like he might have been in the band. He might have been a roadie. I don't know. Could have been another radio station guy. And I walk up to him, and I'm all cocky and ready to meet this dude. Hey, what's up, man? Do you know anybody here in the band? Are you in the band by chance? And he's the lead singer. And he looks at me like, what an idiot, man. And so I went to do this little ID thing with the guy, and at that point, he was stone cold, like looking at me like, get the hell away from me, you stupid DJ that knows nothing. I mean, I've never had somebody just look me in the eye and refuse to talk to me after that. But I flat out insulted the guy. Didn't mean to. I felt like a complete idiot. I'm like this big feeling. And then someone goes, hey, dumbass, that's the singer, Kenny Wayne's vocalist, Blue on Black. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I try it awkwardly again to talk to him a minute later. He wasn't having it. I'd lost my chance to get the ID, and I learned the hard way that you need to do your homework before you go meet rock stars, or if you're working for a radio station, try to keep up on who the current singer is of the band. But give me a break. How many bands have that signature sound, and then all of a sudden on the second record they have a whole new sound? Well, Kenny Wayne Shepherd did, and my bad. He is a killer guitar player, though, man. And, you know, to this day, whenever I hear Noah Hunt's vocals, I think, man, that guy rocks. Just a killer singer, man. You got to go back and revisit the Trouble Is album if you have it. If not, you can find it on YouTube. If you like blues rock like I do, Kenny Wayne Shepherd grew up listening to stuff like Howlin' Wolf and B.B. King and Muddy Waters, all the real good stuff. So he's definitely up there in the greats, in my opinion. He's certainly paid his dues. He's up there with all the great guitar players, really, man. There's Johnny Winter, there's Stevie Ray Vaughan, there's Stevie Ray Vaughan, Johnny Winter, Kenny Wayne Shepherd. There's so many great guitar players, and my favorite of all, Jimi Hendrix. Yes, indeed. I've got some more story ideas. This one here is one I've just been playing around with, thinking it's not a big tale, but it's something that's kind of funny. And I've been playing around with this video camera, and if you notice, it's panning in and out on its own. I don't know what in the hell I did. The last video was black and white. This one pans in and out on its own. Let's see if I can make it do it. Watch. Watch this. Oh, Swami of the video camera, movest thou. Nope, it's not happening, man. Okay, man, thanks for watching my video. Again, sorry to Noah Hunt. I didn't know you were the singer of the band. I embarrassed myself. I blew my opportunity to get my station ID because I'm an idiot. You are watching Bloody F Mess Official, and I'll be back soon. Cheers.